coming up on the Empowered Woman podcast.
And then on top of those are what we call survival strategy beliefs. And those are the driven ones. Those are the ones that drive workaholism. What makes me good enough is achieving things. So as long as you're achieving, that beach ball called I'm not good enough or I'm not important stays underwater.
Welcome to the Empowered Woman podcast, the #1 show on visibility strategies for women entrepreneurs. If you want to get empowered to be seen, stand out on social media, stages, TV, and more to make an impact with your voice and business, you're in the right place. I'm so glad that you're here. My name is Marcia Spurk, and I'm your host, professional singer and visibility strategist. Welcome again, and let's dive into today's episode.
Looking for an inspiring read? Everyday Magic is a book that teaches mindfulness through ritual and gratitude practices that can be done every day at any age. Purchase your copy today on Amazon.
Hi, Shelly. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Hi, Marta. It's such a pleasure to be here. I love your podcast. I think everybody should just go and give you a 5-star review immediately.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Well, and they're in for a treat, my listeners, today, because I know you're talking about some very important things that we all struggle with. Why don't you tell us who you are and what you do?
Okay, so I'm Shelly Lefkoe, and for the past 35 years, I've been helping people get rid of problems, whether they're behavioral, like procrastination, not standing up for yourself, not starting that business, or, not delegating, whatever your pattern is, or an emotional pattern like anxiety, depression, any kind of fear, by eliminating the beliefs that cause those patterns so that you don't have to do 40 self-help programs and, work really hard to do it. My late husband created a process that Jack Canfield says worked like magic. We were on a bus in Mexico, and he did it with him, and he said, "Shelly, that was just magic." So it's very, very powerful, and it frees people like nothing I've ever seen.
That's amazing. Now I'm super curious about the journey to getting that. So you said your husband came up with it. Can you share a little bit more? And then how you've been carrying it through? I am super curious.
Yes. So he was on, Marta, what he called a spiritual intellectual journey to discover why we know what to do and don't do it, or we know what not to do and do it anyway. So a good example especially for women is, we'll meet somebody and we see these red flags and we go into the relationship anyway. Or we stay in a relationship where we're not being nurtured, we're not being treated in the way that we want to be treated. Everybody knows if you eat healthily and you exercise, you'll feel better, live longer, and yet we don't. We put work in front of us. Workaholism is one of those patterns that I work on. And I wrote a book called Hitting the Wall, Eliminate the Beliefs That Sabotage Your Business and Your Life for Entrepreneurs. And one of the things that I talk about in the book is watering all the plants. So if you had if you had a lot of plants in your house, you would never water just one. And yet, because obviously the rest would die.
Yeah.
And yet, and everybody look at your lives as I'm speaking and see if I'm speaking to you. You water one plant. So your business plant is being watered and you're working hard and you're putting in, but your family plant is dying, or your health plant is dying, or your relationship plants are dying, or your free time plant is dying. And what we look at is how can we have all your plants vibrant, and the ones that you're not watering, why are you not watering them? And so the work is based on the premise that it's your beliefs about yourself and life most of which are unconscious. You don't even know that you have these beliefs, but they determine our behavior, our emotions, and ultimately our reality. Now, I want to make one distinction before we start. A pattern is what you want to change. Nobody cares about eliminating beliefs. It's the means to an end. But the patterns are observable. So I can see you procrastinate. I can see you work too much. I can see you get in relationships that don't work. I can see you not speak up for yourself. I can see you be anxious. A belief is a statement about reality that we hold as the truth. So an example of the most common belief that almost everyone has, and if everybody listening wants to do something fun, not really fun, take a deep breath. Everybody take a deep breath. And say out loud, I'm not good enough. Now say, I'm a monkey. So my assertion is when you said I'm a monkey, it either feels silly or flat. When you said I'm not good enough, if it didn't feel good to say, then you know you have the belief. Because I'm not good enough is just words, but it doesn't feel good because we believe it. And so we have beliefs like I'm not good enough, I'm not important. If you're in a room with very successful, wealthy people, do you feel just as important as them? If you believe I'm important, you'll feel important no matter who you're in a room with.
That's powerful.
And so those are core beliefs. And then on top of those are what we call survival strategy beliefs. And those are the driven ones. Those are the ones that drive workaholism. What makes me good enough is achieving things. So as long as you're achieving that beach ball called I'm not good enough or I'm not important stays underwater, right? So you have to keep doing it. What makes me good enough is taking care of people. So you're a caretaker and you're so busy taking care of people that you're ignoring your business.
That's so good. So much to think about already. And I love the analogies because they illustrate the point, the plan. So even the beach ball, how you just shared. Okay, so now you got us thinking. Where do you start when you're working with a client, which I want you to share how you work with clients too, but somebody comes to you and they're like, I realize that some stuff is holding me back and it's got to go. So what are the steps? How does that work?
Yeah. So the first thing is I call myself a results girl, right? I always tell people, if you want to talk, go to therapy. You can talk for years. If you want to produce results fast, let's do this.
Yeah.
So they come to me, and so they come and they say, I have a problem. I'm stuck someplace, right? And so the first thing we do is we suss out the pattern. So we look at when do you do it? With who do you do it? Do you do it all the time? Or do you never do it? And so, one of the most common patterns that entrepreneurs have is they either work too much or they procrastinate or they don't delegate, and there's a belief, nobody can do it as well as I, or people can't be trusted, right? If you want to start your business and you're not, you might believe that, your parents might have told you that there's security in a job, but having your own business is not, which is just a belief. I worked with somebody who called and said, I've wanted to start my own business for so long, and I'm just stuck. And his father's business went under and the family really suffered. And so he had the belief that being an entrepreneur is dangerous. Okay. And he had a couple of other beliefs and some self-esteem beliefs. He got rid of them in, I think, 5 sessions. He left, he started his business, and then I didn't hear from him for 10 years.
Wow.
And then he calls me recently and he says, my business is worth, I forget, $15 million, and I want to buy out my partner, and I'm scared.
Oh,
I'm scared to tell him,
yeah.
right? So we worked on that.
Mhm.
So that's how I work. You come to me with an issue, someplace you're stuck. It could be relationships, it could be yelling at your kids. I mean, it could be anything. I'm parenting is my passion. That's why I do what I do. I have a parenting course because I don't want kids to be my next generation of clients.
That's a great plan. I like it. I support this message.
So then we look at, and I help people illuminate, uncover the beliefs that are causing this pattern. So there is one pattern, Marta, which is I have clients in every country around the world, Saudi Arabia. And everyone who has a fear of public speaking has the same beliefs. I do it in 5 sessions. You get rid of fear of public speaking. It's like a no-brainer. So we uncover the beliefs. In each session, we eliminate between 1 and 6 beliefs. The beliefs are permanently gone. It's not woo-woo. It's not airy-fairy. You will know why they're gone. You'll know why they never went away before. And I love that because, as I said, I'm a results girl, and I want to see results from week to week.
That's amazing. I love that. Well, because I was going to ask you, you were talking about the beach ball, right? You keep doing those things to stuff the beach ball. I love that analogy. Down.
Yeah.
Well, what happens when it does come up to the surface? How do we get rid of it? Because in many times in this world, when we're talking about, our minds and the things that hold us back and self-sabotage, we hear, these things are going to keep coming back, or it's something that you're going to have to be working on. It's just part of your childhood trauma or whatever it may be. And now you're telling us, not really, just get rid of it. Tell me more about this. Hey, let me ask you a question. Would you like to be my next guest on the Empowered Woman podcast? Do you have a story you'd like to share? Want more visibility for your business on a show ranked in the top 0.5% in the world? Well, then head on over to martasburke.com/podcast guest for more information.
I so want to tell you something, but we have so little time. I'm like, I'm chomping at the bit. I usually go at least an hour. So, okay, I'm going to give you all the best tips that I can.
Yeah.
So, a couple of things. The reason our beliefs don't go away with all that, sexual abuse survivors are my favorite population.
Okay.
Because when you get rid of beliefs like I'm damaged goods, and I could tell you such a fabulous story that just happened with a woman who had a tick. She was abused by her brother for 6 years. And he told her, if you tell anybody, no one will love you.
Oh,
And when I said to her, say I'm damaged goods, her tick almost knocked her off her chair. When we eliminated I'm powerless, I'm worthless, we did like 5 beliefs. The tick was completely gone. I mean, there was like nothing. And she said she felt whole in a way that she never felt before. So 2 things. Number 1, the reason our beliefs stay with us through all those other programs, and the reason people say you can't get rid of them and blah, 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 is this. We think we saw our beliefs in the world like you could see that you and I are wearing glasses. So I'll give you an example. of what I mean by that. Let's assume, everybody listening, Marta and I are, you and I are talking. Everyone listening, you and I are talking. Marta walks by and doesn't say hello to you. And you had just told me that she doesn't like you. She walks by and doesn't say hello. And you say to me, see, I told you she doesn't like me. It is as if you could see she doesn't like me. But what you saw was her walk by and not say hello.
Right.
Now, when you're little, you come into this world and you don't know if you're good enough or not good enough. You don't know if money is abundant or scarce and hard to get. You don't know if life is hard or easy. So you come into this world and every little child asks one question all day long. What's the question? One question. You tell a kid, no, you can't. What do they want to know?
Can I do it?
No, one word question. One word question.
Oh, one word question. I don't know.
If you tell a child, no, you can't, what's the first thing they ask you?
Why?
Why? Why?
Mhm.
Why are mommy and daddy criticizing me?
Mm.
Well, I guess I'm not good enough. Why are they looking at their iPhone while they talk to me? Well, I guess I'm not important. Or what I have to say is not important. Why are they struggling about money? Well, I guess money is scarce and hard to get. Why are they always fighting? Well, I guess relationships don't work.
Yeah.
Why does daddy have all the power? Well, I guess men have all the power. Why did daddy leave? Well, I guess men leave. And these are beliefs that stay with us for the rest of our lives because we think we saw, I'm not good enough. I'm not important. Money is scarce and hard to get. And you never saw those things. You saw parents doing things, saying things, not doing things, you doing things. One of the most common beliefs entrepreneurs have is mistakes and failures are bad. You can't be a successful entrepreneur with that belief. If I make a mistake, I'll be rejected.
Oh my gosh.
Fear of failure is the easiest thing in the world to get rid of.
Oh, so good. I can see why. You have so much to say. I love it. Tell us more about the book specifically, because I definitely want people to go check it out. And I know you have some free resources. And I also want you to talk about how you work with people because you mentioned the sessions. So
Yes.
tell me.
Yes. So I want to say one quick thing, okay?
Yeah, of course.
All of our feelings come from the meaning we give events, right? They don't like me. This is not going to work out. A client cancels and you're like completely freaked out. It's because you gave it the meaning, we're going to not have money, or I'm never going to get another client, or there's something wrong with me and I screwed up. And so meaning is in your mind, okay? It's not in the events, it's in your mind. And when you get that events have no inherent meaning, what happens to you doesn't screw you up. It's the meaning you give it. So beliefs are formed in the past. Meaning is formed in the moment. And when you get rid of beliefs, you stop giving meaning to events and the feelings don't come up and you stop being a victim.
Wow.
It's incredible. And I will teach you in a session how to get rid of any negative emotion in the moment by getting rid of the meaning. And we teach you tools to do that. So the book is called Hitting the Wall, Eliminate the Beliefs That Sabotage Your Business and Your Life. And basically what it is it's all the patterns that entrepreneurs have and the beliefs that underlie them. And then it takes you through the steps of the process. Okay. But I'm going to give you the process for free. So, yeah. So, So here's how you're going to get it. Whenever you feel self-doubt, fear of failure, procrastination, there is a way that you can, there's a way you can get rid of the beliefs that underlie it, okay? So if you go to at Shelly, Shelly, Lefkoe, Lefkoe. I'm sure it'll be in the show notes.
Oh, yeah.
At Shelly Lefkoe on Instagram.
Okay.
And you write Breakthrough 25. We will send you a link to eliminate a belief for free. And for the first 15 people who do it, you can have a mindset call with me free.
Okay.
And we can look at where you're stuck and what your beliefs are. And we'll talk about how you can get unstuck.
Oh my gosh, that's such an amazing offer.
I know.
I hope you get more than 15. I will be one of them.
I always get the podcast. It's so hilarious.
That's when you know you're good.
I
Oh
know.
man. So
I know I was on not the million, it was on a lot of millionaire, but the millionaire, oh God, I forgot. But it's a big, big podcast. And he just sent me an email yesterday that he said I came just at the right time, and he's about to unveil a big, bold project that everybody tells him he's crazy, and he's going for it. And thank you. So that was very, very wonderful.
I love that. Well,
Yeah.
we will obviously put that in the show notes so that people can message you and take advantage of the offer, but also check out your book. I'm assuming it's on Amazon, all of the
Yeah.
places. Can you tell us the name again? So people
Hitting the wall, eliminate the beliefs that sabotage your business and your life.
Okay.
Yeah. It's so awesome. You don't have to live like this. I believe people should not spend their lives working on themselves.
Yeah.
You should spend your life enjoying your life.
Wow.
This morning, I worked with this woman, and I fall in love with my clients. I mean, I'm very committed to them. Doing this is what lights me up. I've been doing it for 35 years. I never finished. When you asked me at the beginning, I don't know why I didn't finish, but my late husband was on a plane trying to figure out why people don't do what they know to do. And he literally kind of downloaded this process. And when he got off the plane, he was interviewing for the state of California, was doing this thing to get people off welfare and back to work. And they were going to hire a motivational speaker or teacher. And he did the process on the people, and they hired him on the spot.
Oh, wow.
And we first started, we were doing it in companies. And then we started working with individuals because we saw the possibility for people to be free. It's just,
I love what you just said, which I think could be the answer to my next question. You said, I want people to not spend their lives working on themselves, because there's a huge belief, talking about beliefs out there, that it's like, we're always in the process of healing. What are you still working on? Work in progress, all of that. And I love your approach to being like, stop the nonsense, get rid of it, and enjoy your life.
Totally.
So here's my question.
Okay.
My $1 million question before we wrap up.
Okay.
Shelly, what is an empowered woman to you?
Oh, I love that question. I couldn't wait till you asked me that. An empowered woman is someone who has, first of all, she knows who she is. She is free to be her authentic self. And she knows that she has the ability to impact the circumstances of her life. Marta, when I got rid of the belief, what makes me good enough is having other people think well of me, in 1 minute, I became my authentic self. It changed everything. What makes me good enough is having other people think well of me. And it's not that I don't care or I don't give a shit. That's not the point. I no longer define myself by what other people think. So my focus is on you. It's not on me. It's on my audience. It's on my clients when I'm speaking. It's on my people. I'm okay. I'm open to feedback any time of the day or night. But I'm good.
Yeah.
And if I'm good, I want to help you.
Yeah. What a shift. Oh, I love it so much. And I could keep talking to you for forever. Thank you so much for your time. This was amazing. So you said to connect with you on Instagram. Is that where you hang out the most? Tell us more.
Yeah, at Shelly Lefkoe on Instagram, write Breakthrough 25, and we'll send you a way to eliminate a belief for free. And again, for the first 15 people, including you, we'll have a mindset strategy call. And yeah, this went like a second. Oh my God.
It was amazing. It was just a little taste. Now people are going to have to go connect with you and learn more. Thank you so much for your time. This was delightful. I appreciate everything that you're doing out there.
Thanks, Marta, and thanks for doing what you're doing. It makes a difference.
Thanks so much for tuning in today. I hope this episode empowered you. And if you enjoyed the show, please join the Empowered Woman community on Facebook and share with friends or leave a review on iTunes so more people can discover this empowering message. Until next time, bye.